Hi. I'm very excited to be here, so thank you for having me. I'm going to be talking to you about upselling, but specifically to the digital luxury consumer. So just before we start, I'm just going to give you a bit of an... I'm going to go back to basics and use the arrows. So just before we start, I'm going to give you a bit of an introduction to where I work, the Net-a-Porter Group. So a lot of you may have heard of Net-a-Porter.com. So that's our mothership, and it's the premier luxury fashion destination for women. We've also got another two brands, the Outnet, which is the most fashionable fashion outlet, and a bit of a tongue twister, and also Mr. Porter, which is pretty much Net-a-Porter but for men. So when I was putting this presentation together, I did a bit of a Google search on what does upsell mean. And the definition that came back was, it's to persuade a customer to buy something additional or more expensive. Now, I don't know about you, but there's certain situations where I don't actually need any persuasion whatsoever. I'm thinking about, I've just found a gorgeous dress, I'm going to the till to make my purchase, I see all these shiny, delicious cocktail rings, and oops, just added one into the order. Easy. Or when you're in the Nike store and you've got a new pair of running trousers or a new running top, go to the till and, there's all these accessories and socks and all these things I definitely need. Yep, add them on the order, easy upsell. And then I think my best, or even my worst, is hairdressers. I'm in the hairdressers, just paid hundreds of pounds for my extensions, and it doesn't matter how hard I try, but when they offer me that magical shiny potion that's going to make my hair shiny forever and ever, I can't help it, I add it on. And so these are all examples that are happening every day that we're all really aware of in the sort of bricks and mortar world. But these are also happening online. So there's the more obvious examples, you buy something and it says, hey, you bought this, other people also bought these things. And that can work in kind of a mass environment. Every now and then they might get it right. But when you're dealing with the luxury consumer, you can't really just have that kind of random things put in front of you. You need to be a lot more smart. So, I've got a few examples here of what we do at Net-a-Porter. So, the first one here. So, every product that features on any of our website is all shot with different outfits. So not just one outfit, but lots of different outfits. Now, the purpose of this is, firstly, it gives us an opportunity to show to our customers how can they fit this into their everyday lives. How can they fit this item into their wardrobe? But what it also does is it shows them other products that they might like to buy and that might complete their outfit that they might not have come across by themselves. And also, because we shoot it with multiple outfits, when they're then perusing the site, they keep seeing these items that they had their eye on and like, interesting, I couldn't just wear these shoes with one thing. I could wear it with hundreds of things. It's obviously good value, I'll get those as well. And this is a true story, but when I was actually finding that image to put in the presentation, I was looking for the dress, I think it's a gorgeous dress, and I came across the shoes and I added them to my shopping bag. So I actually managed to upsell to myself whilst making a presentation about upselling. That's too much. But also, on the right-hand side is some imagery taken from Mr. Porter. So what they're showcasing here is that even when we're doing things like content, so we had an article about Eddie Redmayne, and it's no coincidence that Eddie Redmayne just happens to be wearing head-to-toe Mr. Porter. So you're reading an article, but at the same time you're being subtly upsold items that you can actually buy. So when Net-a-Porter first launched in 2000, so 15 years ago, it was actually the whole premise behind the brand, but was that it was a magazine that you could shop from. So an online digital magazine you could shop from. And so content really is right at the heart of our business. And we're now 15 years later, we have a 200-page glossy magazine called Porter, which you can buy at newsstands all over the world. We've also got a weekly digital magazine called The Edit, And we have daily content, which is being constantly published on all of our different social channels. So we have about 3.4 million people who are following us on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook. So what's great about content? It's engaging and enticing our customers when they're online, when they're offline. But what it's also doing is it's offering opportunities to showcase products, more products, in different scenarios. So it's kind of an upselling tool in itself. And if you take a look at some of the examples on the bottom, these are just some of the Instagram posts that we've done recently. There's one on the right-hand side, which is a video showing you how to get the latest eyes that were on the Dolce & Gabbana runway. Now, when you're watching this video, it's not only great for the customer because it's showcasing to them, something useful, something they can achieve at home. But lo and behold, the mascara, the eyeshadow, the foundation, the lipstick, it's all available to buy. So it's another tool of giving a service to the customer, but then also being able to showcase your products. And actually, just to add to that as well, from the social point of view, we also have something which we call the net set. So we encourage customers when they've bought something from our sites to go online and to share it with the world and hashtag it with net set. So this is another little tactic that essentially, if your friend posts something that they've been wearing or they've bought, it gives it kind of more weight in terms of social proof. So it's almost like highlighting, you're getting your friends to you're getting your customers to upsell for you in this scenario because they're sharing content to their friends are interested in it because of their friends, but essentially it comes back that it's your products. So, key to getting this right, we think, is you have to get right inside the minds of your customers. Hopefully our customers' brains don't actually look like this. So we think there's kind of 3 areas that we really like to focus on that we've seen being really successful. I know that Tristan and John have both mentioned different parts of this. So first of all, we have FOMO. So it's the fear of missing out. And you'll see a lot of online retailers use this tactic, but a good one is free shipping. So what free shipping does is obviously it's a great perk and customers love it because you don't have to pay for shipping. But also it encourages them to add more to their basket at that moment. Because, if you're buying one thing and it's free shipping, well, you may as well buy something else because you're kind of saving money. So, and it does work. I can tell personal experience. And then we have value. So value is an interesting one because it's actually more to do with perceived value. So say for instance you've got one phone that's 32 megabytes for one price, then you've got 64 megabyte phone for £200 more. The perceived value to the customer might be if they spend that extra £200, they'll actually get a better product, regardless of whether they need that memory or not. Maybe once upon a time they were out and about and tried to take a picture and they ran out of memory on their phone, so there was that thing in their brain of like, damn, I definitely need as much storage as I can possibly get. It's actually another clever way of upselling, but sort of subtly, so you actually think you're getting better value for paying more. Bit like what Tristan was saying about his business cards when they were offering different packages. It's actually okay if you spend more, so actually the business is getting more money, you get something better. And the last one is relevance. So there's no point trying to sell somebody something that they've already got. And this is very specific to the luxury consumer because obviously they're high price point items. They've already bought the 8-inch Christian Louboutin heels. They're not likely to need another pair in the same week. So it's about understanding where your customers are, understanding their mindset, and then offering things to them that are relevant at the time. We all know how annoying it is when you get back from holiday, back to work, and your inbox is still full of things like, you need to stay at this hotel, or here, get these cheap flights. I'm like, no, we've already got back. So it's so important to be relevant. So how do we achieve that? Well, we've mentioned personalisation already. It's like the huge buzzword. But for us, how do we tackle that? So we're collecting all of this data about our customers. We know things like their average order value, we know their designer preferences, we know about their past purchases, we know what mobile devices they're using, we know what location they're at. So we have all of this information that can help us tailor what kind of products and what kind of items we should be upselling. But we don't just have information about our customer. Where we can really set ourselves apart is that we're also very knowledgeable about our own industry. So we know about the different trends that are happening, and not just kind of general trends that are happening worldwide, but specific niche trends that are happening in each market. We know about different people's demographics. Like you mentioned, the millennials, it's a completely different market. So we know about them, the things that they're excited about. So it's about pooling all of this data together and being able to create a unique personal experience for every single one of your customers. So this is what we like to call the two S's. It's like the secret sauce. And the secret sauce for luxury digital customers starts with the science. Very important, it's what we just talked about. And it's about taking all that data, about creating algorithms. I've listed a few of what we use, what we kind of create to make this really happen. So we've got the styling service, that's what I mentioned to you earlier, about being able to put outfits together that we know will appeal to our customers, using that data so we understand what designers best go together, what are the trends of the season. We then use You May Also Like. Now, this isn't just a case of, somebody else liked it, so you might like it too. This is about actually looking at the individual products and looking at the different people's past behaviours and recommending things so they will actually be relevant to them. And then we've got the editor's notes. So every single product that we have on the site has a little explanation with it. And it's not just, oh, this is a black bag. We'll tell you exactly. It's a lambskin bag from Italy that you have to have. It's this season's trend. It's got this and this and this pockets that you'll need for all of these different things. And it'll go with this, 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 and this. So it's really clear notes of actually why it's valuable and why you need to have it now, rather than just a description of what it is. And then the second S is about service. So especially when you're dealing with a luxury consumer, it's all good and well selling them this extra £2,000 handbag to go with their £5,000 dress. But at the end of the day, if it then takes a week to arrive and it comes in a scrappy box, you've not done your job properly and that person won't be coming back again. So service is the other part of the secret sauce that's so important to us. And it's about being available anytime, anywhere, on any device. We're dealing with time-poor, cash-rich people. They're busy. They don't have time to be working out, how they can buy it on, learning new ways to shop on their mobile from on their desktop. They need exactly the same features, exactly the same functionality. They need things like our shopping bag, for instance. You move from one device to the next, your shopping bag moves with you. One device to the next, your wish list moves with you. So it's making it easy. Similarly with customer care, so we have customer care available 24 hours, 7 days a week. They speak 20 different languages. So every step along the way is trying to make as easy and simple and as luxurious as possible. Even online, just like you would in a store, you have people there to be helpful and to offer advice and a service. We have exactly the same online. And then delivery. So delivery is also very important. We deliver to about 170 countries, and for most of them you can get there within 24 hours. So as I said, time poor, cash rich. So timing is everything. Being able to deliver those things that people want as and when they want them. So finally, looking into the crystal ball, I was asked kind of what are the future trends, what's next? And for us, it's actually making it more personal. How can we make it more personal? Well, with things like wearable technology, haptic clothing, things with sensors and accelerometers and all these different things added to them. What this is essentially doing is it's just giving us more information that we can plug into that science bit, that we can plug into our algorithms, that we can give, to power us to make a better service. So things like, if we think about the watch, so you're now able to track what your customers are doing. You may even know when they're taking exercise. So if you can see a pattern that you've got customers who are maybe exercising on a Saturday morning, perhaps you know that they love running, then this can help to tailor what kind of products you're showing them when they come back. So it might be when it gets towards wintertime and it's getting cold and you know your customers like running, it might be a good time to start offering, something waterproof or something a bit warmer. So it's really taking that information and using it to your advantage and really honing in on that relevancy. And we're just really excited that, we're now not just going to know this basic information about our customers, we're essentially going to be almost knowing how they're feeling, which is also really important. Just to kind of finish off, key points here is, relevancy is key, we've already said it, but definitely so, and even more so for the luxury consumer, and service. And for us, that's anytime, anywhere, any device. Thanks.